Two fundamental principles underlie the rules of golf. They are, you play the course as you find it, and you play your ball as it lies. The rules, however, make an exception to these principles by providing relief without penalty when an immovable obstruction interferes with your play. Immovable obstructions are artificial objects, which, though they may be present for a good reason, are not meant to interfere with your playing of the game. Immovable obstructions a golfer could encounter during a round include things permanently fixed in place, like cart paths and sprinkler heads, as well as objects like this divot mix box that can be moved, but only with a lot of effort, or if moved, would cause damage or unduly delay play. You are entitled to relief without penalty from an immovable obstruction, like this drain, only when it directly interferes with at least one of the following: your lie, area of intended stance, or area of intended swing. While the rules allow you to play your ball from an obstruction, if you choose to take relief, a two-step procedure is involved. The first step is to determine the spot not closer to the hole that the rules call the nearest point of relief. For this player, that point is behind the drain. The second step is to determine the area within one club length of the nearest point of relief that is not nearer the hole. Then lift and drop your ball within that area. While marking the location of the nearest point of relief and measuring the one club length dropping area are not required by the rules, they are good practices to follow. Dropping within one club length of the nearest point of relief is always what you'll do when you take relief from an immovable obstruction, except when your ball is on the putting green. In preparing to play from the putting green, this player's stance is interfered with by a sprinkler head. His two-step relief procedure is 1, to determine his nearest point of relief, and 2, to simply place his ball at the nearest point of relief. The rules include several exceptions to the general treatment of immovable obstructions as just reviewed. If one applies, you cannot take free relief. The two that occur most frequently are: there is no free relief when interference from an immovable obstruction occurs only because you use a stance, swing, or direction of play that is unnecessarily abnormal. When your ball is in a water hazard, you are not entitled to relief from an immovable obstruction no matter where the obstruction is. You either have to play your ball as it lies or take it out of the hazard with a penalty. For more information on immovable obstructions, refer to the definition of obstructions on page 30 of the Rules of Golf, and to Rule 24-2, Immovable Obstruction, on page 91. And World Amateur Golf Rankings.